Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is Cookie if this is your first time seeing me, and I make informative videos like this here on YouTube for international students and people looking to come to the UK for work or for study. If this is the type of content that you enjoy, then please consider subscribing and join me as I navigate life here in the UK. So without wasting much time, let me get right into today's video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about placements. You guys really liked my previous video about placements. If you have not seen it, you should definitely see it, because in that video, I go a bit in depth on placements, what they are. I explain why they are beneficial, why I think you should consider going through the placement route when you're coming to the UK. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to give a quick recap to that, but you should definitely still go and see that video because it's very insightful, right? So yeah, let me just get into it. So what are placements? A university placement is simply a period of time where you get industry experience in your field of study. So say for example, you're studying engineering. A placement period can be when you go and work with an engineering firm for about a year or 9 months, or a certain duration of time to get industry experience on your particular course, on the particular type of engineering that you're studying. And placements generally have a lot of benefits, from giving you more time to figure yourself out and even see if this is the career path for you, if this is what you really want to do, to helping you make more money as a student without even paying like heavy taxes like an actual worker. It'll help you save money. The list is endless to what placements can do for you. But in my opinion, the most important thing that placements do for you is that they sort of like help you go into the UK job market seamlessly. Like it eases your entry into the job market, and you go from not having any idea what you're doing to sort of like experiencing what the job market here is really like, and you see how it can be beneficial to you, if that makes sense. The placement experience is part of your studies. It can either be assessed as a part of your master's degree, or they can certify you for it differently by giving you another certificate called a PG Dip certificate. I think it's a postgraduate diploma certificate. So it can go either way. Any way it goes, it's still a benefit to you. If it's adding to your master's, or if it's a separate certificate from your master's, it's still a good option in my opinion. Guys, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be listing schools that have placements between 9 months to a year, just so that, because that's the one that I feel will really make a difference for you, not the short-term ones like 3 months that can't really make much difference in your visa, or like in maybe extending your stay, or helping you get the most out of your student visa. So these placements that I'm mentioning are all 9 months to 1 year. I just wanted to put it here. And yeah, before I go into naming some of the schools that offer a placement, like the universities that offer a placement and the popular courses that usually have placements, I'm going to try to give you all the information, tips that I feel you should know before you even start considering doing a placement. I'm also going to use this opportunity to answer some of the questions that I've gotten. So just consider this section me just telling you some of the things I think, some of the ground, like call it ground rules or tips, or whatever it is, answers to questions, tips, ground rules, all of them. You understand? I'm just going to like sort of give you a rundown of things that you should note. Then I will then start giving you the list of schools and the courses that offer a placement. Is that okay? So let's get into it. The first thing I want to say is that a placement course is the same thing as a sandwich course. So in some universities, like on some of the websites, you're going to see placements, you're going to see sandwich. Both of them are used interchangeably. They are exactly the same thing, like they're one and the same thing. So the second thing I want to say is that your school is not responsible for getting you a placement. Your school is not responsible for finding you your job. It is your own responsibility to find your job. You can apply anywhere that you want to, and it's not your school's business. As long as it's in line with the placement requirements, and as long as it's in line with like your course of study, you are Gucci, you're good to go. The third thing I want to say is that schools usually have deadlines for placement applications, so you cannot be looking for a placement throughout your studies. They usually have a deadline. So how it is that when you start your course, there are breaks in between that they say, okay, from now you can go on your placement year, and then you can come back later and complete the remaining part of your studies that you have, or that's usually around after summer, around September, they can say you can start from then, or at least that was for my school. Or they can say, you know, after you're done with school entirely, you can then, you know, start your placement year. On that note, I want to go to the next tip that I have, which is to wait till you finish every single thing concerned with school before you start your placement. If you can, as much as possible, if you can. I can understand like if it's not an option for you. This is because, to be honest, after you start working, when you start working, there's just so many things. There's now so many things on your mind. There's now so many things that you've moved on from. You don't want to go back and start thinking, oh, coursework, oh, deadline. Honestly, personally, if I have to do a coursework again now, I don't know how I'm going to feel. I'm going to be so upset. Even though, another thing I wanted to say, even though you have to be, you know, you have to still write an amount of words, about 2,000 to 5,000 words, explaining everything you did during your placement, just summarizing it and summing it up, explaining what you learned, and, you know, submitting it at the end of a placement year. Apart from that, and you know that the deadline is at the end of the year, so you have a whole year or 9 months or a certain period of time to like put those things together and, you know, submit. It's not like a deadline, like a coursework with like a hefty deadline, if you get what I'm saying. So that's something to know. The next thing I wanted to say is that your placement can be anywhere. Your placement can literally be anywhere. It does not have to be in the city that you went to school in. Say for example, I went to school in Nottingham, and then my placement has carried me everywhere. I'm not even joking. Like, I've been in Reading, Basingstoke, Frimley, like I've gone all around with my placements. And, you know, it can be like that. You don't have to be, you know, in a particular place. It can also be abroad. It doesn't have to be in the United Kingdom. Your placement can definitely take you outside of UK, and if your school agrees with it and if the company meets the requirements, then you're good to go. The next thing I wanted to say is that you need to work somewhere that you actually have things you're learning, like somewhere that is connected to your education, somewhere connected to your academics. You need to work in somewhere like that. You cannot just say, okay, it's my placement year, I'm going to learn tailoring. No. That's why you did Said during NYSC. If you're Nigerian, you know what I'm talking about. I'm joking, but honestly, your placement is not for you to go and start learning a different skill. It's not that you cannot do that. You can take on personal pet projects if your work is not so challenging, but honestly, for school to approve it, it has to be something in line with what you're studying, the masters you're trying to complete, if that makes sense. Do you guys get? The next thing I want to say is that you're going to have an in-school supervisor. There's somebody called a placement coordinator, a lecturer that is going to be in charge of you. It must not even be a lecturer, it can be an admin person, but anybody that your school gives you, you're going to have to be updating them every single month on, you know, what you're doing, what your current address is, your work address is what I mean, where your current work address is, what you're doing, has anything changed since the last time they like spoke to you, are you enjoying it, are you having issues at work, that sort of thing. You're going to have somebody like that in school that you're going to be sending emails to back and forth. It is not optional. It's not even only up to the school. It's part of your tier 4 visa requirements. It's part of your student visa requirements. That is the only way the, you know, embassy people make sure that you're actually doing the job that you're supposed to do, and you're not just, you know, gallivanting and not getting things done. They don't want you to waste time. That's one thing they absolutely hate here. They don't want you to just be idle. They want you to always be busy and getting things done. Yeah. So the next thing I have to say is that you're also going to have somebody at your work that is going to be willing to, you know, liaison, is that the word, liaison, cooperate with like your in-school supervisor, like, you know, back and forth in case school ever has to like message those people. You're going to need somebody like that in your place of work. And yeah, the next thing I want to say is concerning money. Yes, you're going to have to pay a tuition fee for your second year, which is your placement year, and it's usually between £1,000 to £2,000. It's nothing too hefty in comparison to what you have already paid. It's something that definitely, if you know that you're planning towards doing a placement in this country, when you start your first year, you can start like trying to save up the money to pay for the second year tuition. It's usually like it's a heavy expense, but like you have ample time to plan for it, if you get what I'm saying. The next thing I want to say after the tuition is that you're going to pay 2 years of IHS. Generally, if you're coming to the UK, there's something called an immigration health surcharge, that people pay. And because masters or postgraduate studies are usually 1 year, they tend to pay just for the year. But if you're going to do a placement year, you're going to have to pay 2 years, and it's a downside to it. But honestly, the gains of this thing outweigh the cons, in my personal opinion. Now that all these tips are out of the way, without wasting any more time, let's now get into the nitty-gritty of this video. Let me give you a list of courses and a list of schools that, you know, offer these courses that have a placement. So yeah, let's go. Before I start listing the universities that offer placement courses and the courses that they offer, I'm going to ask you guys for something, and it is to subscribe to my channel. Guys, if you've gotten to this point, or if this is the second time you're watching my video, or even if it's the first time and you like the information you're receiving, or like you feel like the video is good, subscribe, like this video. It really helps me out a lot. It really helps me out a lot, so that the algorithm will promote my video and my content, and you can keep seeing like more quality content from me. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's get right into it. So I believe that I'm going to just list the schools, because one school can have a multiple amounts, like I have multiple amounts of like courses that offer placements. So as opposed to listing just the courses, I'm going to just list the schools and then tell you the courses that they have, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, I think that's a better structure. The first university on my list is Sheffield Hallam University. This university, they have a lot of courses that have placements in them, and there's something they call integrated care. Integrated care is like the name that covers all the like courses. It has dietetics, nursing, physiotherapy, radiography, paramedic science. The list is a lot, so I'm going to just put it on the screen for you guys to see it, all the courses that they have. But just know that it's called integrated care, so you can just go to their website and type integrated care and see all the courses under it. If you want to apply to these schools that I'm listing, I actually have a video on my channel here that is a step-by-step guide to applying to a UK university for a master's or a postgraduate degree. The next school on my list is Nottingham Trent University. I went to Nottingham Trent, and they have a number of courses that actually have placements, and one of them is molecular microbiology, which is what I studied. They also have placements for biomedical science, for engineering, pharmacology, education and engineering management. Again, I'm going to list all these things on the screen for you, because honestly, I didn't see the reason for me to, you know, cram all of them and start giving you when I can just honestly put it on the screen for you to see. Feel free to go to the Nottingham Trent University website and, you know, search for placements. A key tip I have for this placement search stuff is that if you go to the university website, just feel free to search placements in the search bar, or put sandwich there. Just these two keywords will probably bring up all the courses that have it for you. So even if the university you want to go to is not mentioned in this video, right, just go to the university website and just search placements. Of course, like it may come up, it may not come up. Not all universities usually have it for postgraduate, but I know most of them have it for undergraduate. But just try your luck, check, and yeah, let me just continue. The next school on my list is University of Sussex. Guys, I actually applied to University of Sussex for you guys in the video that I was referring to in the beginning, and if it is the University of Sussex that you actually want to go to, that video is going to do you a lot of good, because I actually applied to them because of you guys, just to show you guys an example. Some of the courses that University of Sussex, you know, has placements in are under computer science and artificial intelligence. There is a list of courses, there's a lot of courses under that I don't know what to call it, group that have placements and that offer placements. As usual, I'm going to put it on the screen here for you to see. Some of them are data science, robotics and autonomous systems, courses that sound like that. If that's your cup of tea, and if you know you want a placement in these courses, then you should definitely check out University of Sussex. Also, the tech industry here is quite good, so if you're a tech sis, tech bro, tech person, if you're just into tech, then you definitely consider University of Sussex and these courses that have placements. Yeah, the next school on my list is the University of Coventry, and University of Coventry has placements for mostly engineering courses according to my research. But again, guys, please do well to do your own personal research. These are just like, I'm just trying to give you guys tips to, you know, find placements and like find courses, and I tried as much as possible to find these placement courses in schools that are affordable for you guys. so, or that are relatively affordable, I think. So yeah, so University of Coventry has placements in aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering. As usual, I'm going to put it on the screen here for you guys to see. The next school on my list is University of Bedfordshire. I was only able to find, you know, 2 courses in this university, and it was computer science and international business, but you can dig further and maybe ask them, the admissions people there, a few questions, and you might be able to find that it's more than these 2, but these were the 2 that I found. The next university on my list is University of Salford, and they have placements in courses like digital marketing, management, and some of the other courses that I'm going to put on the screen here for you guys to see. The next university on my list is University of Hertfordshire, and honestly guys, these people actually have a lot of placement courses. I would suggest that all these schools that I have mentioned, you should definitely go to their websites and, you know, search for yourself and see what you can find, because these people now, they have a long list, and there's no way I'm going to be able to fit in all the courses that they have. I'm just going to put it on the screen here for you people to see some of them, but I'll definitely say go to their website, because they actually have a lot of like placement courses, international business, software engineering, data science, beautiful courses like that, and they have placements. So I'll say don't sleep on that opportunity. Just go research and, you know, see what they have to offer, and other schools that I mentioned as well, and even any school you want to go to, you should definitely just check their website to see if they have placements. Again, something I'd like to point out is that I've actually applied to a university for you guys step by step, and I think that it will be very useful, because guys, it's June now and September is right around the corner. It's not too late to start applying now. You just need to be very, very determined and focused, and you might be able to get in here by September if you like have the funds, or, you know, that's just, I just needed to put it out there. But I'm just saying, like, if you're able to like gather the money, you can apply and actually get into a school now for September this year, 2022. Yeah, this is the end of this video. I really hope it was helpful. It was a big struggle for me filming this video, because oh my god, like, I've been all over the place recently. But thank you guys so much for supporting my work. Thank you so much for like supporting my content. I love you guys so much, and honestly, like, this channel wouldn't be what it is now without you guys' help. So please share this video with your friends if you think it's going to be helpful for them, with your family. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.